Welcome to the Low Tox Home class. We're really excited to share live all the different recipes that we use every day and share that with you. So I would recommend you definitely have a pad and pen just to jot down pieces of equipment that you might need as well. So we're going to have some live demonstrations of how we can make our own cleaning sprays, room spray, etc., etc. Um, so yeah, I will just start by just going into the just talking a little bit about why we green clean. And you may green clean anyway, but it'd be nice to just have extra things that we can make from our home that's safe to use for the whole family. Okay, doke. Oh. So why green clean? Well, green cleaning, we used to green clean with vinegar for many, many years, didn't we? Um, but today, things are manufactured and they are full of chemicals and commercial air freshener, things like that. They contain lots of things that can interfere with our cells. They contain phthalates that can mess with our hormones. And a lot of household products are not closely regulated. They may contain formaldehyde and other carcinogens, and as I said, affecting our reproductive organs, affecting people with breathing conditions already, asthma inducers. Have you ever coughed when you sprayed something and had a really bad chest after because you can't breathe? So there's lots of dangerous things in a lot of everyday cleaners. So it's really important that we want, that's why we're on here tonight, because we want to low tox our home because it affects everything. It affects our health, our family's health when we're breathing it in, when it's going in our skin, it's going into our bloodstream. So if we're using these products that you can almost drink without being poisoned, then it stands to good reason that it's going to be beneficial for all the family. But also not just that, not just substandard products. We're talking about making things that are actually better than the cleaners that you can buy at the supermarket. Um, so for many years, the power of things like lemon and tea tree has been known for its ability to remove mold, mildew, for example, with the lemon, very antibacterial, antimicrobial. And we know lemon can really cut through grease and staining. Um, we know that the Aborigines know the power of tea tree oil and how antifungal, antibacterial it is. It's a fantastic safe cleaner to use. Things like the On Guard blend is well known for its ability to help us with seasonal threats and on ongoing sort of colds and flu viruses, but also can be used as an effective non-toxic cleaning agent that we can use to not only clean our skin but also our household surfaces. So that's just a little bit of some of the benefits, but just as all the ladies tonight will demonstrate, no matter what oil we use, they all have antibacterial, antimicrobial properties. It's just some contain extra cleaning power, some are good for like mold spores and things like that. So we're going to show you exactly what we can use around the home. Just a little bit of a note on equipment, some simple things to use. You don't have to buy all of this, but it's handy if you have some glass spray bottles um, for cleaning sprays. And if you wanted to make your own foaming hand wash, then a pump that's got the foaming ability in it, and doTERRA have that in the shop as well. White vinegar, I would say, if you're going to start and you don't have a lot of money, just buy the white vinegar because your essential oils, water, and the spray bottle is all you need. But obviously, there's other things you can add like castile soap, um, some citric acid, bicarb of soda, and other things that you can add on as you build up your collection of things. And some of the oils that we'll be using tonight, but this is not in no way limited. There's so many that we can use. Many of them are in the 10 core oil kit. And I haven't added oregano though, but I should there because oregano, as we'll learn, is so powerful for cleaning our home. So we've got lemon, lime, tea tree, wild orange. We do have doTERRA have made a blend up of all the antibacterial cleaners, and it's called Abode, and it's also there's one called Purify. So Abode and Purify have got all the sort of cleaning properties in one, so you can use that rather than using all different bottles if you just want one cleaner, and it's great to pop in your diffuser as well. Um, Not forgetting the On Guard Cleaner Concentrate, which we'll touch on as well, of the ways you can use it. So versatile. It's like a washing up liquid, but you can also use it in a spray bottle and a mop bucket and everything. So it's a bit like an all-rounder. There. So without further ado, we are going to just talk about how to make your own foaming hand wash. And I'll do it very briefly, but this is what I use. So just a normal the doTERRA hand wash. And I literally just type in on Amazon Castile soap, and it's the Soapery brand that I use. Very, very cheap as chips. This hand wash, you can make sort of a few bottles up, and it costs less than I don't know. I think I'd worked out like 40 pence per hand wash. And it lasts for months and months, even 6 months, I would say, because you're just taking a blob every time. So all you do is you put your 60 ml of the Castile soap, you fill it with water, and then you can add a little bit of fractionated coconut oil just to make it more moisturizing. Some people add glycerine, but this is what I use. And then 10 to 16 drops, but that's not limited. You can add more if you want it stronger, of your chosen essential oil. So if you've got a few bathrooms in the house, maybe one you want antibacterial with On Guard, maybe one you want nice lavender one, you can have a floral one. You can just really go to town on what scents you want to use, and they all have antibacterial properties in them. So that's just a little idea, and these slides will be available after, so don't worry about measurements too much, because we can send them you after. So what we're going to do now, I'll stop sharing. We're going to go over to Deborah, who's going to demonstrate how to make your own multi-purpose cleaner. I'll just spotlight you, Deborah. Here we go.
So we're just going to make up my kitchen 500 ml bottle, my multi-surface cleaner. I use this every day in my kitchen, and I chop and change on my oils as much as the weather. So it's probably different every month. But today we're going to use 3 particular oils. And what I'm going to do, I don't know if anybody has the booklet, perhaps the older version, which Rachel has designed. I actually often follow this, and it's really, really helpful. And it uses white vinegar, filtered water, and your oils. So what we're going to do, I buy the bottle from Amazon and the labels from Essential Oil Supplies. We're going to pop in 250 ml of filtered water. If you don't have filtered, then I would just boil the kettle and obviously let it cool, and then pop it in. I'm going to need the loo soon. And then we're going to, in that bottle, pop the white vinegar. I buy the white vinegar in 5 litres from Amazon, and it's really inexpensive. There. If it was normally in the kitchen, it'd be all over the spot, I promise you. So I would just buy that, and I think it works out about £5 for 5 litres, and it lasts me absolutely months and months. And then we're going to come to the oils. The first oil I'm going to use is tea tree, which we know has many properties. It's antibacterial, antifungal, anti-infectious, and a great antiseptic. It's incredibly strong. So we're going to put 15 drops of that in. If you were to put more in or less, it's absolutely fine. And then we're going to use lemon, which we know is an amazing antiseptic, antifungal, and antiviral oil as well. Many, many uses, not only for ourselves, but obviously in this case, our kitchen. So we're going to put 15 of that in. The great thing is you can use this in the bathroom as well, any kind of hard surfaces. And then lastly, I had the privilege of listening to a world-renowned scientist when we went to the doTERRA European Summit, and she speaks all over the world to governments, all kinds of people. And one of us was, well, obviously one of them was doTERRA, and she actually said, who uses oils to clean your kitchen? And we're like, yes. And she said, who uses oregano? And I thought, actually, I don't always use oregano. And she said, she mentioned some Latin names for spores and things, and it went over my head, as it would do. But I did get this. She said, there's certain spores only oregano will kill in the kitchen. So I came home and the first thing I did was add 2 drops. And I still do the same today. So I'm going to add 2 drops to that. It comes out very slowly. And then I'm going to give it a shake. And I'm literally good to go. Now, this will last me for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks. And it costs about £2.50. No, £2.26, I think it is to make. People, in addition, sometimes use witch hazel, all kinds of things, but I'm absolutely a big believer in, do you know what, use what you've got. Sometimes we don't have extra expense. I know I don't have witch hazel in the house, so literally, I'm good to go with this. It could be that you don't have the white vinegar. All I will say is just boil your kettle, pop your oils in, and yet again, you're good to go. And that's going to last for absolute ages. There's no chemicals in there, completely natural, makes your kitchen smell amazing. And knowing it's good for every time we spray, we're inhaling that as well, and it's not going to harm us. So that's how I would make this for tomorrow anyway.
That's amazing, Deborah. Thank you so much. And just with all the products that we'll be making tonight, with all of them, you'll find that the oil will sit on the top, and that's completely normal. And that's why they say if you wanted to add witch hazel, it just helps it disperse. But all we do is we just shake the bottle before we spray. That's all we need to do. And we've just worked out, did we, Deborah, the vinegar for the amount that you use, it works out at 15p. So even if you're just cleaning with water and vinegar, and you know, you don't need to use too many essential oils, then you can keep it really, really cost effective. And we know the Bethels clean with vinegar, don't they? Water and vinegar and lemon. So that's really good advice there. Thank you, Deborah. So now we're going to talk about laundry, and I know a lot of people struggle with skin issues, eczema and things like that, and a lot of the things that can exaggerate that are the softeners that are on the market that can really sort of irritate the skin. So my friend who's not really into oil, she uses white vinegar anyway for a softener. But Julie is going to talk about her experience and how to make your own laundry softener. So I'll just spot you like you, Julia.
Hi everyone. So I am going to show you my fabric softener, which is in this glass jar, and you can see, like Rachel said, the oil is just sitting on the top, and this is my white vinegar. So all that's in here is literally just white vinegar, which I got off Amazon, and then I've just simply added, I think, 15 drops of lemon and 5 drops of lavender. And as we've spoken about already, the wonderful properties of lemon that are going into that. So what I would do is obviously just give that a quick shake, and depending on the size of your wash load, you would probably want between 2 to 3 tablespoons to maybe half a cup's worth if you've got those like American style cup measurements, and that goes straight into your washing machine drawer. But I would say just double check with your own washing machine instructions just to be sure that you're putting your fabric softener in the right place. And the wonderful thing about vinegar is that it's not obviously only gentle on our skin, and it's great for our machine as well. So I used to get nasty, horrible, gunky residue in my washing machine drawer. But what I found since switching to white vinegar, which was actually a few years ago before I looked into the essential oils to add them in, was this horrible gunky residue. But once I switched to the white vinegar, I've not had that problem since. So that's obviously made cleaning the washing machine much easier. It's great to add in when you're doing a cleaning cycle. If you just stick it on a hot wash, put some white vinegar in your drawer, and that gets rid of any foul odors or things, depending on what you're washing, you know, like maybe footy kits from the kids PE or football boots, maybe if you end up chucking them in. So yeah, it's really, really simple to make. You literally just, if you buy your big bottle off Amazon, which will last you ages, you can decant it into a smaller glass bottle to then add your essential oils. And it's as simple as that. And it's a bit trial and error, depending on how strong you want the scent to be, or how weak. And you can put various different combinations depending on what your preference is for what you smell, what you like. You know, you could use maybe, if you've got wild orange, you could use that instead. I think I mentioned lavender, lemon, whatever takes your fancy, really. So yeah, I think that probably covers. If you've got any questions, then let me know.
Thank you so much, Julia. That's amazing. Yeah, there's so many combinations that you can experiment with. I use lemon and patchouli. That's a really nice one. Yeah, really lovely. And very similar to you, I just got a glass bottle, put my white vinegar in, so that's my softener, and then I've just got my laundry detergent, which is the doTERRA one. But if you didn't want to buy the doTERRA one, which is amazing, we have the lovely Julie who's going to DIY your own laundry detergent. So over to Julie. I'll just spotlight you. There we go.
Come off there. There we go. So I start with a big jar like this. Now, as you can imagine, this has already had up to here, but this is where I've got left. So what I do is I add equals amounts of borax, citric acid, and bicarb of soda. And I would use an easy way to pour it out. I've got this from a previous thing I had, and I would literally just pour that till it come to the top, pop it in me jar, like I say, equal amounts, and give it a good stir, maybe as you're going, depending on the size of your jar, just so you can keep mixing them in, because you don't want them citric acid, borax, bicarb. You want them all mixed together to get the benefit of all three. And each of those is £1.49 each, £1.49 from Boys, BOYES. And it used to be 99 pence because I've been getting them for years, but now, like I say, £1.49 each. But when you think about costing, you know, under £4.50 for a very large jar like that, and knowing that there's no nasties in it, is, for me, it's amazing. Now, which oils do I use? Right, I use two. So one time I might use the Purify, and other times I might use the Abode. This is the reason why. So Abode, there is 11 oils in Abode, and I'll just read them out so you can get a sense of the smell, which is a fresh citrusy smell. So we've got distilled lime, Litsea, cassia, lemon eucalyptus, tea tree, arborative, kochi, eucalyptus, cilantro, lavender, and lemon myrtle. So putting them together, you get like a fresh citrusy smell, and they are for helping keeping the home clean. Like I say, one time I will do this. Now I'll just mention one of the things that I've actually learned. I did put my oils in here, and what I'd found is once I'd closed it, it kind of went hard. And I've learnt from that. So what I do now, like I say, I'll swap between Abode and Purify. I will use everything in there, the borax, citric acid, bicarb, put that in my machine in the drawer, and then I will add the oils separate, depending on rather Abode or Purify, depending on what I feel like at the time. And I've done Abode, but I'll do Purify. There's 6 oils in Purify, and this one is a fresh herbally scent in it. So these are the oils. We've got lemon, Siberia fir, citronella, lime, tea tree, and cilantro. So you can see a combination of oils through each of those that are in both. And again, like I say, depending on what I'm washing and whose clothes I'm washing, then I would put that in the drawer on top of my scoop. So I would literally go in here, take a scoop out right to the top, pop it in there, and that's all you would need to do, I found, to do a full wash. If you find like your clothes are really dirty, work clothes for a gentleman, say, you might want to do 1.5. You work that out depending on what your washing machine size is, etc., and the full, whether it's a smaller load, half load, or whether it's a full load. That's up to you. Like I say, that's why I use it. I'm rather going to go for a citrusy smell, or I will go for a herbally smell.
Julie, you are amazing. Julie, would you mind typing out the what you put in, as in borax, the ratio, like 1 cup, just in the chat?
It's a third of each.
Third of a cup.
It's a third of each of these. Yeah. So you might put in, like, for instance, 3 of those, again, depending on the size of your jar.
Sure.
And then 3 of your citric acid.
Okay, so
equal amounts, and 3 of those.
So borax, citric acid, and what was the other one?
It's bicarb soda. And I also, for years, have used in my vacs to do the carpet. I only use borax and bicarb. I only ever use these 2, and then I might put a little essential oil in, not too much.
Yeah.
But it's mainly because they're a deodorizer, and they really do get the carpet clean and smells fresh.
Yeah, amazing. So Sarah just asked the size of the scoop.
Hold on, it has got a, wait till I have a look underneath. This is, right, I'll have to have a look.
Yeah,
I think it's just a number on the bottom, actually, rather than the size of it. But it's just, I actually got it from an old powder I had years ago, like when I did use like e-cover powder or something.
Yeah.
So it is just from there, but it's just so handy to use.
Yeah.
So I know I'm getting the equal amounts.
Yeah.
So you could do a cup load of each.
Yeah.
Whatever people want.
And then
as long as they're equal thirds.
Equal each. And then how many essential oils per jar, would you say?
Right. So like I say, I've learned through past experience. I put 25 drops in there of the oil. However, like I say, once I'd sealed it and I put it under the sink in the cabinet, when I went to use it, it gone hard. And so to prevent that, you just want to make an easy life, don't you? Then I've learned that to use the oils once you've put your powder in the washing drawer, then you put your oils on the top, and then you've got a choice. Which one do I fancy today, a herbal or a citrusy?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, lovely. Thank you so much, Julie.
Can I just mention, it could be this, which is 40 mil.
That sounds standard, doesn't it?
It looks like it could be the same. It does say, I'm thinking, can't be a 70 mil, can it? It has got, I think it's probably a 40 mil, Debbie. You're probably right.
Lovely.
Oh, hold on. No, it's a 70. I don't know how it's 70, but it says, when I actually look at it like that, it's a 70.
Yeah, it's quite big. Yeah, lovely.
It's quite big. That's why I only put one of these.
Yeah.
And like I say, I've had that for ages, and it really does last because I made it up to the top.
Yeah, fantastic. Thank you so much, Julie. So I'm just going to share as well. We can make a natural stain remover, and the lovely Gillian, who's traveling somewhere, as she always is, busy, has sent us a little video to watch of how she makes a stain remover. Before I put the video on, she uses a roller, but you know the standard rollers that we use to make blends, but she uses a jumbo roller which you can get from EO Supplies. I can't remember how many mil it is. Anyone know?
I think it's a 30 ml, isn't it?
30 mil. Yeah, so this is really good. So you can get a 2-pack of these, 30 mil, and they're handy for stain remover, as we'll see, but also if you want to make like a paint roller, and it's really big and really good for rubbing on there. So that's the jumbo roller. So I'm sure Amazon will do it if you type in 30 mil roller. So let's see how Gillian makes a little stain remover now. Share sound. Hopefully you can see that. Can everyone see that okay? Gillian's shirt? Yeah, I'll play it now.
Hi guys, I'm going to make some stain remover. So this is a 30 ml bottle, roller bottle, and I've got 25 mils of distilled white vinegar. I've got 5 mils of On Guard concentrate, and I've got 15 drops of lemon. And that's it. That is the easiest you can get, and that's your stain remover all done. Cheers.
Cheers at the end. Love it. Thank you, Gillian. So that's our pre-stain remover, and it's got the added power of lemon, which we know is great for trying to bleach stains and things like that. So you can pop that on the collars of shirts and things like that. It's useful. Can I just go on to the cleaner concentrate, Deborah, before we move on to making a room freshener? Just a little bit about it, Deborah. Can you show everyone in case they haven't got it?
Oh, do you want me to go and get it?
Oh yeah, sorry, yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah, for anyone who hasn't used the cleaner concentrate, it's kind of like doTERRA's multi-purpose cleaner, which is very concentrated. So if you didn't want to make your own spray bottles with oils, you can add the cleaner concentrate for extra power with the oils. Right.
As you can see, I'm going to be getting one in my next order. But it comes in that bottle, and the bottle is 355 ml. But on the side, it gives you all the ways to use it. So it tells you can make your own multi-purpose cleaner, and you're going to use 2 tablespoons of this and the rest water. And it lasts for absolutely months and months. And I was actually shocked. I'd actually run out of my kitchen one, as you could tell. And I went upstairs to the bathroom and that had gone. I thought, oh dear, hard times. But you can also you can mix it, the teeniest drop into your washing up liquid. So if you wanted to use a natural washing up liquid, this is amazing. It's good for, it says, goodness, I can't read. It says mix 3 tablespoons of this concentrate to 24 fluid ounces of water to clean your bathroom, toilet, kitchen, everything. So say if somebody actually thought, I'm not going to use the oils at this second, I've got other uses for them, but I would like to use this. It's going to last you for ages and you're good to go for many things. And it says, bear with, I think I need glasses. It says, apply concentrate directly onto designated areas and let it soak for the really, really, really tough jobs. And so it is an amazing thing. And the first time I bought it was about, I don't know, 4 years ago. And I've bought it ever since. And it says 5 mils of On Guard protective blend in every bottle of this as well. So
it's amazing. That's cost effective. So it's got a 5 ml bottle in it, each one.
Yes. And this has orange, eucalyptus, cinnamon. What else has it got in? Yeah, there's numerous oils in this blend and 5 ml of it is in this bottle. So I have to say every home should have one of these, as should mine, but as I say, it's nearly run out.
Yeah, that's
a little tip you could do on that, because I have that as well. And see if I'm washing the floors, I've got an empty bottle of it and that. So rather than make it up in water, I've already put a little bit in one bottle that's empty, got that up with water, then that one can go away. And you could rather, as an option, have a squirty lid on it and just do your squirting, you know, if you're doing anywhere around the sink, as well as the lid that it's already gone on, which is just a slit, spouty one. So you've got different options of what you want to do with it.
Yeah, because today, because I only had a teeny bit left, you know, the little things you clean your pots with, you can pop the stuff inside it. I popped just a little teeny bit of that and the rest with water to wash my pots, just literally while I get another order in, because that is now, I'm now desperate for it. So if
Lovely.
anybody has any, send it through.
Thank you very much, both of you. Now we're going to move on to Emma, who's going to talk about scenting our room, home, linen naturally.
Yeah, so I'm calling this my easy DIY loo air spray. It is so simple. We've been using this for about a year, and I'm really glad that I picked this one because I'm running low, so I'm actually going to make it. My favorite so far, and I've done a few different recipes. Sometimes it's been lavender, Roman chamomile. You know, I've which one I actually realized it was lavender, Roman chamomile, wild orange, geranium was in one a while back. But this one is a lovely simple one, and I've just stuck my stickers on. Now I do have the same sticker that Deborah has for her all-purpose spray. I have got that from EO Supplies, and but I find this just as simple because I know I'm going to get bored someday and I'm going to want to change up the label, but I'm still going to want to remember what's in this if I like it at the moment. So this one has got eucalyptus, rosemary, and geranium. Now, the reason I chose these 3 oils for our upstairs loo is they work. They smell good together. And the scent, the way that their chemical properties work, they all do the job for me. So firstly, eucalyptus, it smells quite sweet. It's a bit leafy, that's my little expression anyway. And it does clean those unwelcome nasties and purifies the air at the same time. And it also may support the respiratory system. So I do have a respiratory issue and I need to be really careful with what I spray around my home. So I have to be careful because I need to be able to breathe properly. And this what helps me because I don't have an issue with it. Rosemary is a really powerful oil. And for those of you that already know about it, you'll know that it supports hormones. It's even helpful if you're having difficulties in the bathroom. Yeah, my husband's got an expression for that, but I'm not going to share it. And it is worth looking into the research of rosemary and what it can do. And there's many, many benefits. So I'm finding this a really helpful one in this spray. Geranium then works really, really well with eucalyptus. It may also cleanse the air and it can support skin, emotional struggles, and even hormones as well. So for me, I do feel that if people forget to use this loo spray, I get emotional. So therefore the geranium in it's fantastic, right? Okay, so let's have a little go. I'm going to show you, I've got 2 bottles on the go, okay? Now I've got a little air freshener that's in my downstairs loo. And this one has got lavender, spearmint, and lime in it. I like the combination of those. And they've all got cleansing properties, which is really lovely. But this bottle is quite small in comparison to this 500 ml bottle. So for example, I think this is about 110 ml, the small one. So I would put 3 drops of each essential oil. So if I've got 3 essential oils in it, I'll put 3 of each in there. But for this larger bottle, I'd put double that, maybe even go to 7 drops per one. Just because I like that it's stronger and it smells good. But you can put between 5 to 7 drops of each of the oils, especially if you've got about 3 in there. Personally, I wouldn't go too much more than 15 in total. And what you do then is, personally, I like to put the witch hazel in first. So I've got a witch hazel here, and I'm going to use 2 tablespoons. So I'm a bit nervous about doing this, but anyway, in front of you all. It's normally in my sink. But this is a tablespoon, which is 15 ml. And I'm going to do 2 tablespoons. I'm going to take it away from my device because that worries me. I always give out to the kids for doing the DIY jobs like this. See, I'm already spilling it. Should have put a bowl under myself. Anyway, I'm going to guess this because I do it so much. Oh my goodness. Rachel's going to kill me for this because it's all over my gut. Anyway, I'm just joking. Okay, so that's what I do. I put my witch hazel in first, and then I put in the essential oils. So I'm going to put 5 of each for now, because there's already some in here, and there's oily residue on the outsides. So I know that they're going to work harder for me. So I'm going to just do 5 in this. And that is 5 of rosemary, 5 of eucalyptus, and now 5 of geranium. The geranium smells amazing. It smells like Turkish delight. It's beautiful. So I always give it a little shake there, and then I'm going to fill it up with water. Again, just like with Deborah, cool boiled water does the trick for me. I don't know about you and your families, but if you do use bottled water at any point and you end up leaving them in the car for ages, or you end up leaving them in a handbag or a bag for ages, and you don't want to waste the water, I'd probably use that as well. But that's just me. You can do what you like. Filtered water is preferable. And then I've just doing this with my left hand, and I'm not left-handed. And then here we go. And again, what the witch hazel does is it does the same as alcohol. It's going to mix it all up and disperse it, and makes me not have to shake it every time. But I do get into a habit of, when it gets a bit lower, that I will shake it, just to make sure that it gets everything. And honestly, it smells fabulous. So enjoy. Lily, I read that as being, I can see your question, and I just read that as being, could you spill the first ingredient? Now that was me reading it wrong, and I did. But the first ingredient is witch hazel. Okay, so witch hazel, it can be any brand. I get mine online. I actually got this in a pharmacy, to be honest, but you can get it anywhere, but you can get them online.
Thank you very much, Emma. That's awesome. So just a little summary of cleaning with essential oils. So it's suggested that we use distilled water to avoid impurities that are often found in tap water. So that's why the girls have recommended to at least boil the water. Filtered water even better as well. And just to note that essential oils and water, we know, don't blend well together. So be sure to shake the bottle well to ensure disbursement of the ingredients and maximising the effect. A little bit of a note on if we're doing a spray recipe, if you let it sit in the bottle for at least 24 hours, it kind of marinates the scent together and the ingredients. And then, so isopropyl alcohol, rubbing alcohol, vodka or witch hazel can be used to extend the longevity of your blend. Distilled water alone can be used, but the recipe won't last as long. And in addition, alcohol evaporates more swiftly when sprayed into the air. So that's one of the reasons we recommend using those. Just found your funnel, that's great. For those that are after some more recipes, we've got essential oil supplies sell these. I'll just spotlight it so you can see it bigger. Where are we? Spotlight, here we go. They're called My Makes, and this is aromatic room sprays, and they've got recipes, but it also comes with, one of them came with these glass bottles, and it comes with the stickers as well, so then you can pop on. I've got the line dried linen, so there's all sorts of recipes as well that you can use there. There's also one on green cleaning, My Makes, and again it comes with the stickers. So it's got all the sort of glass spray, hand sanitizer, foaming hand wash, laundry stain remover, basically everything we've used today. And they come with sort of these kind of stickers there. So just aside from what Deborah's used with the multi-purpose, if you want to do a glass cleaner, glass and stainless steel cleaner, all it is half vinegar to the distilled water. So Deborah used, I think it was it 1 part vinegar to 2 parts water, whereas it do half and half. You want the extra vinegar power in your glass cleaner, and then just use lemon and lime, or just lemon. This one, used by professional cleaners, is better than the shop bought, dare I say the brand, window spray. And it really cuts through the glass, and it's gleaming and sparkling, and it's been tried and tested, so it's not substandard, it's even better. So some little tips there, and what I'll do, I'll just stop recording. Thanks for everyone watching, and we'll just open it up, and if anyone's got any questions.